Welcome to the Point Second Podcast. This is episode 37 for Thursday, January 4th, 2024. My name is James Keeling. With me, as always, is Sammy Schaefer. How are you, buddy?
Great. How about you?
All's well. No complaints. Getting right into 2024.
Yeah.
You were not a fan of 2023.
I was not personally. It didn't. It wasn't the best. So 2024, I'm excited.
Except for this podcast.
Podcast is amazing. I love it. I'm so glad we started it.
We are loved around the world for our hijinks and our sports picks. So we're doing all right. Let's get this started, Sammy. What's on the show?
We've got game day food, game day nudes, and angry fan mail.
Yeah, it's back. All right, Sammy. Episode 36 went so well,
Yeah.
but we did get scolded.
Really?
Bill Sansbury texted me.
Oh.
He goes, I love watching the show. I listened to it in the car, but I was with my children, and I didn't appreciate you not letting me know about the threesome stories. His daughter's 13. His son is older.
No.
Yeah.
You know what? I want to make a joke, but your kids are too young.
Yeah.
To really joke about it.
So he was like, I guess he wants like a warning every time you're going to say something from now on.
We'll have a Bill disclaimer
Yeah.
just for that.
So, sorry. It was him. I might have egged you on with the menage a trois.
You know what? I don't have kids, so stuff just comes out of my mouth. I don't have to censor myself.
Yeah. The menage a trois Prosecco. Very good.
Very good.
I brought a couple more bottles of that.
Yeah.
It's a good conversation starter.
Yes, it is.
That goes nowhere real quick with most people. They're like, yeah, get away from me. But yeah, how was your New Year's?
It was a little bit laid back.
Okay.
You know, I was gonna go see a friend, but of course the sink that I've been waiting over a month for my landlord to fix finally exploded on me.
Wow.
So I had to wait for the plumber to show up. He didn't leave till like 8 o'clock.
It was New Year's Eve?
New Year's Eve.
Oh, God.
And so I ended up going out with my brothers at Patina. I ended up going to
Oh, yeah.
Patina, which was great.
The Great Patina Wine Bar.
So I did New Year's with my brothers at Patina.
So there was no orgy in that night.
No orgy.
Oh, I'm sorry, pal.
Well, apparently you got to go there on Wednesdays. Or no, that's a different city. I forgot.
Is that the one? Yeah.
No, Patina is in Oak Park. Or is
Deerfield.
Deer-
There's Wednesday night swingers at Deerfield bar around
Gotta
here.
go Wednesdays to Deerfield.
Yeah, man. I'm fascinated by this world that we live in.
Yeah.
I guess it's so cold here. Everybody's just like, let's just wife swap a little bit.
Gotta stay warm somehow. Heat's not working, so let me borrow your wife.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's a good one.
So casual.
That was very. Yeah.
I'm gonna try that at the bar.
Yeah. That might not get you in a giant bar fight. We have not been targeted by any Scientologists yet, and we kind of stuck it to them.
We really did. You know what? That scares me a little. Maybe they're planning something big.
maybe they're outside right now, waiting to pounce on us. One more word from that podcast.
Or it's gonna be so small we don't even notice it. Like,
they're not mad, but you made somebody mad.
oh.
This is Angry Fan Mail.
Oh no. I hate making our fans angry.
Angry fan mail.
Well, Sam, you done it this time. It was Marky W from Boston before.
Okay.
Mark Wahlberg was not happy with you.
No, he wasn't.
And now you pissed off Billy Corgan from the Smashing Pumpkins.
Oh man.
Yeah, wrote us a letter. Local, but still spent the money on the stamp.
Yeah. Could have just dropped it off.
He doesn't know where I live, but he could come over. He doesn't have a problem with me. Here's what he says.
Okay.
Dear Sammy, what's your problem? He sings it. It's like he sings it.
I heard the beat too. Bum bum bum.
Why are you so mean? What's with the threesome stories? I thought your show was clean. It's a lot of that. And then he says at the end, he says, despite all my rage, I am still a fan of you and James, which I thought was nice of him.
That was very classy of him.
And he signs it. He doesn't say like sincerely or thank you.
Yeah.
Just says, I used to be a little boy, Billy Corgan. Which I think is a weird way to do it.
That's a strange way to
It is.
sign your letter.
It is. I mean, I guess that's from Disarm, his song that was famous.
Yeah, I mean,
Where he screams, I used to be a little boy a lot. My voice was a little hoarse, but I still think that was a top-notch Corgan.
It wasn't whiny enough.
Hold you up to the flame.
That sounds a little bit more Billy.
A little more Billy? I'll work on it.
I'm sorry. He's just, he's so whiny.
I like that he sing-songy in his angry fan mail.
I do. I feel like that's how he just talks. You know, that's just him. He writes his emails that way, and he texts that way. I do feel you're right about that.
Did you ever like Smashing Pumpkins?
I early on, but like I said before, he stopped being good after he shaved his head. It's just
He was balding. Some people let it go. Not me. My children tell me not to.
maybe that was the source of his music, because I just haven't liked him since.
I think he looks like he went for like the Nosferatu look, and he did that video of Ava Adore, and he's like, oh, like that.
Yeah.
So maybe he was going for that look for a while, but I think he's wildly talented.
Okay, the band is talented. I just feel if they had somebody else do the vocals, they'd be a great band.
Now you have to have your niche. Everybody knows his voice. It's whiny.
It's
I get
very
it.
whiny.
Jack White's a little whiny sometimes.
Yep.
It's their thing. You got a favorite Pumpkin song?
No, I don't like their music.
Okay.
I know it's unpopular, except for Eric. My brother does agree with this statement, but nobody else will. I just don't like
and
their
they're
music.
and they're local guys.
Yeah.
Like you kind of almost have to like him because he's Chicago.
Don't care.
He's right down the street, Highland Park.
Is he really?
Yeah, he owns a tea shop there called Madame Zuzu's.
It makes me actually dislike him even more.
Okay, well we're gonna go over there and figure this out. You two need to make up.
I will sit down and talk with him. It was very polite of him to say he still liked the show.
I went to the show. I went to the Smashing Pumpkins show like 3-4 years ago. So good still.
Yeah.
They played,
I bet they put on a great show.
but they played 33, which is one of my favorites. Muzzle, which I love. Yeah. We can't do top 5 songs because you hate all of them.
They will be 0 in my top 5.
I do not blame him for writing us that sing-song letter. And then at the end, he softens it. He says, I'm still a fan of you and James.
It was nice.
Yeah.
Classy.
And he kind of remixed it a little bit.
Now, the song he is one of my favorite songs by them. If I had to pick one,
Wow.
if I had to pick one, gun to my head, that is one of my favorite songs.
So it went from none, I hate them, to that's actually the song
No,
I like the
if you
most.
made me pick one, that would be like 6 because it's almost in my top 5, but didn't quite make it.
It's Bullet with Butterfly Wings.
Yeah.
That's the song, right? Yeah, that's the name of the song? You don't even know the name of the song.
Isn't it called "Despite All My Rage"?
No, it's called Bullet with Butterfly
Oh, I
Wings.
learned something today.
Yeah. You're a super fan. Sorry, William. I'm your fan, and I would be your friend, even.
You called him William.
He's William Corrigan.
I know, but nobody calls him except for your super fan.
And on his Twitter, it's William S. Corrigan.
Oh, I didn't know
See,
that.
that's why you don't know
I
anything
don't
about that.
follow him.
Billy and I, we're going to talk one time. He owns like one of the wrestling companies now. Like AEW or no, not
AEW, but I could see like Ohio Valley or something. Right?
NWO, something like that.
Okay.
WCW, I don't know. He owns one of them.
Well,
He's put a lot of money into it.
At least he's doing something right.
Yeah,
His
it's
music
just-
isn't one of
Oh
them.
God, sorry,
They
Billy.
did a really crappy tribute to like Bozo the Clown over New Year's Eve or something. I don't know. I'd have to show you it.
Really?
Yeah, it was meant to be bad, like because it was bad back then. But
That's the one. This is like the one I didn't want to have a fight with. Cusack all day long, but not Billy. Sorry, Billy. You're game day artist to me. Sorry about this one.
Is this game day food?
Sammy, it's time for everybody's favorite food segment. This is game day food. What do we got today, Sam?
well, KFC wraps are back. They've got 3 flavors. It's honey barbecue, mac and cheese, and spicy mac and cheese. We are looking at 2 of those today.
All right. What are we going to go with first? Honey barbecue.
Yep.
Let's do it. Are you a big wraps fan?
I mean, especially because they're just quick and easy. You know, McDonald's chicken wraps, any fast food joint that has chicken wraps, I'm always down to grab a couple.
I feel like, you're in. Okay, so it's like here, there's. If I'm getting a wrap, I prefer there to be like meat and cheese in it, like a burrito.
Yeah, this is kind of weird already looking.
What is that sauce in there? I don't know if you can see this. There's a lot of.
I think there's some mayonnaise in there.
Is that mayonnaise?
I think so.
It is a lot of it.
We're
not starting off great.
Yeah, I was expecting it to be like tossed in the sauce.
It's just a little chicken tender in here. All right, we're going in. Ready? I feel like. You think that's honey mustard? I mean, what did it say? Honey barbecue.
It's supposed to be honey barbecue. That should be a barbecue sauce. It's like sweet, but
There's some sort of barbecue sauce in
I
there.
wonder if they ran out of the real sauce.
Mm-hmm.
All right, just give them this. They won't know.
Okay. So, I don't think it was a great start for either of us. Okay. You gave this a 5.7.
4.9.
Okay.
And I just because I was disappointed. It's not a bad sandwich, but I was just really disappointed.
I saw my face, like, at one point I had my
No.
mouth open. Don't run back and watch that again.
Okay.
But it was just like all the mayonnaise or whatever it was. It was really unappealing.
There was these giant pickles and mayonnaise. I think you gave it a 5.1.
Hell, Sammy, 5.1.
Not game day food for sure.
Not game day food. All right, the spicy mac and cheese one. Let's give it a shot.
I am a little bit more excited about this one. I don't think you can screw up.
The
mac
first
and
one
cheese.
was just a mayonnaise sandwich.
I don't think I even tasted any barbecue. sauce.
Yeah. Good. I mean, good call on 5.1, but I think that was generous.
So these are a little small, so I guess they're good snacks.
Yeah. I mean, you can eat it in the car, I guess, and not ruin your clothes. All right. Cheers.
This one, let me see if I can get in here.
It's got to be better than the first one.
You can't really see it, but it's just a piece of chicken with mac and cheese. So
Yeah.
point out.
Let's see if there's any spice in there too. Okay.
Spice? Not much. A little spice though.
Okay. I'm guessing you like this significantly more. I think you give this a 6.7.
I did like more. 5.7.
Okay.
You said a what? 6 point what?
7.
Oh, okay. No, you were right. I liked it more. And I might even revise that because it's actually got a good spice to it. I do like
There's
it.
a
I
little
wish it was
kick
more
there.
cheese,
There's
but
a little kick there.
I don't think you like this much better.
Okay.
I think you gave it a 5.2. I don't think you're calling this game day food either.
It's right there at 6.4.
Wow. So you
Right
did
there.
like it a lot more. Okay. Yeah.
I just feel like if we're drinking and watching games, I could pound a few of those. That
I'll-
first one was a mess, though. I don't even want to try another bite of it.
yeah.
It's right there. I could go the other way. The thing with it, like, yes, it qualifies, right?
yeah.
But you got this at a KFC Taco Bell, like combo,
Yeah.
hybrid thing.
Yeah.
I'm probably not ordering it off that menu.
No.
There's a lot of other things I get off that menu.
I agree. If I'm walking in there, I'm going straight Taco Bell.
Yeah.
Or because this did feel like they're trying to cross between Taco Bell and KFC, and it didn't work.
Yeah. Yeah. Sorry for having that mayonnaise thing.
Just it's like they got McChickens have like a glob of that on there, but it
Yeah.
comes to work for McChicken sandwiches. This is
But it was all like front loaded.
Yeah,
too.
that's it.
It was all in one spot.
You
It
get a
was
real-
not distributed.
you make it to the end and it's just dry.
Yeah.
It's gross.
Well, don't worry about that. I will not be making it to the end of that one. All right. First one, big thumbs down.
Big thumbs down. Yeah.
Second one, barely made it.
I mean, yeah. I know.
And not for you.
I think I'm going up a little bit. I take it back. I would eat this on game day. At least I'm going to raise it up to that 6.4.
I think
At least
it's right
it
at
makes it,
6.4.
I think I was a little low because I was so disappointed in the
Yeah.
first one. But yeah, coming back, I would eat it for a game day. So I'll move that one to 6.4.
Okay, 6.4.
You were real close on that one.
Yeah, but it's funny. We looked up the name again, and it's like KFC wraps are back. It's like who's been wanting this that badly?
And they're known for they're famous for chicken, and they screwed it up.
I know. It's just like a little piece of chicken. It's right there. I like the spicy mac and cheese though. Like this. I mean, look. I mean that the mayonnaise. Oh my
I
god.
feel like if Arby's did this and they screwed it up, I'd be like, well, all right, they tried
Yeah.
something new. But it's KFC. How
It's
do you screw
Kentucky
up
Fried Chicken. It's in the name.
I feel like they woke up hungover on January 1st. They're like, let's just put wraps back on there.
Yeah, exactly.
I got nothing.
Yeah. We bought way too many tortillas. Just throw a chicken nugget in there and a lot of mayonnaise. They'll love it.
We got the mayonnaise is about to go bad, guys. So
Just-
load
yeah.
it up.
Be real liberal with the mayonnaise. You're good.
And there's a random pickle in there. It doesn't even make any sense why
Yeah.
the pickle's in there.
We're on to you, KFC.
Yeah,
You just made it. My score might be going down if we keep talking. All right, what's next?
NFL Week 17 picks recap. Starting off with Los Angeles Rams at the New York Giants. It was Giants plus 5.5, and they had a total of 44.5. Looks like we took the Rams team total over 23.5.
We did. I thought they were going to start, they look like they're making the playoff run now. So I was like, versus the Giants, 23.5. I think we can get it. What was the final score?
Rams 26-25.
We got it.
There we go.
1-0. What's
Starting
next?
off strong.
Absolutely.
Las Vegas Raiders at Indianapolis Colts. We took the Raiders plus 3.5.
Yeah, what was the final on that one? This was tough.
Colts 23, Raiders 20. Yeah. That was a close one.
It was.
Well,
And they were down 10 for a while. But I thought that 3.5 was a really good number, and it absolutely paid off this time. And what was the last one? Can we go 3-0 here?
San Francisco 49ers at the Washington Commanders. We took the 49ers team total over 30.5.
All right, 3-0. What we do?
49ers 27-10.
And they went for it at the end. There was like 4 minutes to go. They went for it on 4th and 1, and they were going to punch it in, and they got stuffed.
Ugh.
Versus a team that was barely playing.
Yeah.
So 1 and 2, whatever.
Close.
And then how'd you do, buddy?
All right, well, I was looking at the Pittsburgh Steelers at Seattle Seahawks. I did take the Steelers plus 3.5, and the Steelers killed it 30-23.
Nicely done.
Yeah.
You're back. You're back in the. You're on your way up. But you're 6-8-1 in the season. Very good. All right, now we have some unpleasant news to talk about.
Mm-hmm.
Let's talk about the college football playoffs.
All
How
right,
did that go?
we started off Alabama at Michigan, and of course we took Alabama plus 1.5.
And Alabama should have won.
Mm-hmm.
They were up 20-13 with a couple minutes to go, and they let them tie it up. And I thought they might go for 2, and then we'd win the bet, but Alabama still would have lost. So I would have been upset.
Mm-hmm.
What was the final?
Michigan 27-20.
Overtime game.
Yeah,
We
you
did
know.
not do well. We had a lot of mistakes. We had a lot of bad play calls. We had a lot of poor execution. So we were out. A lot of people were very happy to rub it in my face.
I bet.
A lot of people. They're all jealous. We just got more. We just got more trophies than them.
That was a big game.
So I bet some money on that one because I was up, and then I lost it. But then we went back and maybe I tried to recoup. What did I do? What was the last game?
Texas at Washington, we took the total of over 62.5.
And what was the final?
Washington 37-31.
So that's over 62 and a half. That's
Yep.
68 points right there.
There you
And,
go.
and Texas really had a chance to win that game at the end. I don't know. Did you watch any of that?
I did not.
Of course not. Of course not. You were planning other things. Plotting. They didn't have it on at Patina?
No.
No?
Because I made it there. It was 10 o'clock by the time I made it through. There was no games on.
It was good. It was on.
That late? well, apparently
Super fan.
there was a game on at 10 o'clock at night.
But Texas had a chance to win it at the end. They had a couple of shots at the end zone, and they would have scored 7. They would have won 37-38. It would have been all over, but they couldn't figure it out. The Washington moves on versus Michigan. We are 72-58-2 in the season. 14 games over 500. I like it. We're back in the right direction.
That's awesome.
All right, now let's make some picks for next week.
NFL picks.
That song will never get old. What do we got, Sammy?
All right, NFL Week 18 picks. We're starting off with the Buccaneers at Panthers. It's a noon game. Panthers are plus 4.5 with a total of 37.5.
Yeah, there's a couple games on Saturday too. So Saturday afternoon and Saturday evening we got some games because there's no college football left. There's one college football game left that nobody cares about because Alabama's not in it. What are we taking in this one?
We're taking the Bucks team total over 20.5.
Yeah, I like it. Quarterback's banged up. Baker Mayfield's a little banged up. Panthers haven't done anything to stop anybody, and the Bucks have a chance to get into the playoffs. 20.5 seems kind of low. I like it. What's next?
Cowboys at Commanders is 325 game. It's Commanders plus 13 with a total of 46.
Yeah, Sam Howell's going back to play for the Commanders. Probably maybe his last game there. I don't know. I think they thought he was kind of the future, and it's not looking great for him. The Cowboys have to win. They'll be trying to put some points up. What are we taking?
Taking that over at 46.
All right. Did I already ask you that? Okay. Over 46 seems all right. I just think they're going to sling it around the field a little bit. And then what's the last one?
Bills at Dolphins. That's the Sunday night football game. The Dolphins are plus 3 with a total of 49.5.
Okay. So you would think, okay, maybe he's taking the over. Maybe he's taking Dolphins plus 3. What am I taking?
Taking the Dolphins team total over 22.5.
Yeah, this is going to be tough. This is going to be hard to watch. Like, after the Bama game, I was like, I don't want to watch any football anymore. I've had it. Taking my ball and going home. The Dolphins killed me. I mean, they were so bad versus the Ravens.
Yeah.
So bad. The Ravens hung, 56 on them? 56-19, I think. Oh, my God. It was really, disturbingly bad. 22.5 here at home. A win. Whoever wins the division.
Correct.
So Dolphins or Buffalo. Dolphins are home. The Bills have had their number lately. I'm still going with it. 22.5.
Of
Let's
course
do it.
you are. You're not going to go against the Dolphins.
We'll find,
22.5 seems like a doable number, though.
It does. It does. I mean, we got a lot of injuries. We're a lot banged up. But I think they're going to have to put up some points to beat Buffalo. So let's do it. I got them scoring 27, 30 range. And we got Sammy's pick. What do you got, Sammy?
I'm off of a hot win. I'm looking at the Bears at Packers, a nice division bottom of the barrel game. 3:25 p.m. game on Sunday. I'm taking the Bears plus 3.
I thought we've talked about this. No, stay away from the Bears. Stay away from the Bears.
Yeah, I was just they looked great last week.
Yeah.
And, I think it doesn't really mean anything, but I think they got the energy.
Yeah.
I don't think I've picked them all year, so I'm liking it.
So here's where we're at. Remember at the beginning of the year, we did futures bet.
Yeah.
We took the Ravens over 11.5. We took the Bears over 7.5, and we took the Jaguars over 9.5. Well, the Ravens are in. They were in 3 weeks ago.
Yeah.
The Bears need one win, and the Jaguars need one win, and we win them all. Or we could go 1-2, 2-1, or 3-0.
It's all over the place.
You're
pretty damn close, though.
the Bears and the Jags. Come on, the Jags. First of all, how many like games did they just drop?
Yeah.
The Bears and the Jags. I mean, if they don't win this, we get hosed. But if they do, it's a lot of cash. It's a lot of cash.
That'd be good.
Go around. All right, one more thing.
College football picks.
And for the last time this season, college football picks. I used to do that Billy Corrigan impression when I worked at Einstein Bagels
Okay.
when I was a kid.
Yeah.
And the manager loved it so much, she just didn't make me work.
Really?
I would pull up, and she goes, "Oh, the entertainment's here," and I would just do impressions and just fart around the whole day.
Is that how you knew, like, I'm going to be in comedy?
Oh yeah, and clearly, I mean, my career has taken off since then.
She was right.
She was right. Sarah Beagle was her name. Hi, Sarah Beagle, wherever you are, you're the best. Sarah Beagle was like super cool to me.
Nice.
But she, she's like, you don't have to worry, but like keep it light around here. Like, can do. She's like, I need these bagels. I'm like, also can do.
Done.
All right. What do we got in the final
All right.
college football national championship game, Sam?
Washington at Michigan. Washington's plus 4.5, and the total is 55.
It's a tough one. I mean, Washington put up a lot of points. They look good, but Michigan's D is tight. I mean, they crushed Bama. Their defensive line, it just dominated us. I don't know what to do here. I think, the way we pick games, we take overs, underdogs, and props. It was tough. What are we taking?
I'm taking that over at 55.
Yeah, I think Michigan wins this game. I don't like the 4.5. I bought it down. It was 55.5. I like 55. I don't know if I'm going to put a bundle on it, but I think 55 hits. We'll post a parlay on X, give it away there. Carlos Herrera won it last week, and we went to 2-1. You don't win for 2-1. Sorry, Los. We tried. Sammy, what else is in the news?
All right. Well, during the New Year's Day Sugar Bowl, a woman was shown on ESPN flashing her breast on Bourbon Street.
Yeah, that happens. Oh, sorry. Bill, don't listen.
Oh, yeah. Bill warning.
Bill warning. People were kind of like upset about this. So you sent me the video because of course you have that video.
That kind of news goes right to my phone.
I thought it was at the game. She was in the stands because we've seen that before, like in like the World Series and stuff. Like,
Yeah.
Especially like in LA, some LA bimbo would be there. Like, whoop, she'll do that. But like she was on Bourbon Street and the ESPN camera is just like going down the street weaving, and she's there getting beads as you would.
Yeah.
And she didn't sign a waiver. She didn't sign a release. Like, what you do on Bourbon Street should kind of stay there.
Yeah, that's ESPN's fault.
I felt bad for her.
They first off, I don't know how the cameraman didn't see it.
Yeah.
Because, live when you're next to it, she was pretty close to the camera. You don't really see it on camera, but
It was like a boom boom. It was fairly quick.
you're right. It's Bourbon Street.
It's Bourbon
That's
Street.
what
They
happened.
need to know. Like, there needs to be a delay if they're going on Bourbon Street when people are looking up at a balcony, catching beads. And why do you get beads on Bourbon Street? For flashing.
Yep.
Have you ever been there?
I have not.
Oh man, I used to go to Mardi Gras all the time.
I want to. It just sounds like an adult playground.
It's what you'd love it. It'd probably be pretty mellow for you. It's a Tuesday night for you. But yeah, what's the uproar? It's a woman. It's a topless woman. Like this, and then we watch the game where people get mangled and get brain diseases.
Yeah.
And we're like, there better not be a breast. If I see a breast, I am writing a letter.
I am out of here.
I'm writing an angry fan mail to ESPN. I don't know. We have a weird stigma with nudity in this country.
Yeah, we do. And it is really just this country.
This is right up your alley.
No, I've been to a lot of countries around the world, and the U.S. has a problem with it. I don't know why. We're afraid to talk about sex. We're afraid to show any type of nudity, and it's like, get over it.
Now, I don't want to live the life you live in an Indiana nudist resort with just pickles everywhere.
Lots of pickles.
A lot of skin pickles just everywhere. I don't need that life. I don't need that in my life. But, what I mean, look, it's a little indecent to be on TV, but it's not, I don't know, anything from the top seems okay.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to see, like, full-on genitals.
Nobody wants to see that.
Right, you're like, what's the next play? Oh, genitals.
Oh, big floppy one rolling around.
Son of a, I didn't sign up for that. But, I mean, everybody kind of like,
thing. Everyone likes boobs.
Yeah.
And even women thinks guys' junk is not that attractive anyway. So I get it. Like you can keep the men's junk out of the news, but boob once in a while, it's all right.
Naked woman's a work of art, as we know. A man, not so much.
No.
Not so much. Yeah. All right, what else, Sam?
All right. Jimmy Kimmel and Aaron Rodgers are in a feud where Kimmel has threatened legal action after Rodgers accused Kimmel of being on the Epstein Island list.
This is great.
I can't believe that's a real headline.
It's like a real thing. I thought it was like, I saw the headline. I don't watch Kimmel anymore. He turned into a nutbag.
He did, yeah.
I used to think he was really funny. He was really sharp, and he was really fair to the left and the right. Now he's so against anything that, he hates Trump with such fury that it's messed up his comedy routine, I think.
Yeah.
And they all do it. Colbert, it's the whole thing.
All the late night guys, yeah.
But he protected the vaccine with fire.
Yeah.
And when Rodgers didn't get it, Rodgers said, just to backtrack on the story, in 2021, Rodgers said he was immunized. Everybody thought, okay, you're good. He comes back out and says, I did not get the vaccine. I took ivermectin. I took all these other things, blah, blah, blah. And they were like, that's the devil right there. He's selfish. He's this, he's that. He's like, I don't trust the vaccine. There's just issues. I'm a world-class athlete. And I've heard of myocarditis and all this other stuff. And it's his choice. It's his body. But everybody was telling him, if you don't do this, you're killing people and you're a monster. So he was not happy with that.
No.
And Kimmel blasted him on his show.
And Aaron Rodgers, he has a mouth. I love it.
Oh, he does. He does. And I'm surprised because you're such a Bears fan that you would enjoy a world famous Packer.
Hey, look, you gotta love talent.
You do. You got to respect talent. I know. Like I don't love the Buffalo Bills, but Josh Allen, it's a ridiculous quarterback. Like when he wants to be. But yeah, man, like Kimmel got really nasty with him, and finally somebody shoved back and said, screw you and blah blah blah, and Kimmel wouldn't let it go too. He's going, Aaron is a Karen. That's the fact of it, and just real smug like he can be. So now this Epstein list is coming out. It just came out. It looks like I got to look at that. So that'll be on the next show. There's going to be some interesting people on that one. But Jimmy Kimmel claims Rodgers is a tinfoil hatter for wanting to know the names on the Jeffrey Epstein client list. Why? Why wouldn't you want to know?
I feel like 90% of people in the country want to know that list. It doesn't matter if you're left or right or Republican.
No.
Everybody wants to know who's on that list.
And there's people on that list from both sides of the aisle. And if you're a monster who's going to an island with underage girls and you're doing horrible things to them, why do you get to remain in society? Because you're part of the elite?
Yeah.
Like anybody's name that's on there needs to be questioned, needs to be investigated, and needs to be taken out of civilized society.
That's not like a tinfoil hat thing. That's a legitimate societal response to an ugly human being.
Yeah. So then David Bakhtiari, do you know who that is?
No.
He was a tackle. He's a tackle. He's plays for the Packers.
Okay.
He's a friend of Rodgers. So when Kimmel claimed that Rodgers is a tinfoil hatter for wanting to know who's on the Epstein list, Bakhtiari tweeted, "Tell me you're on the Jeffrey Epstein client list without telling me you're on the Jeffrey Epstein client list," which is pretty damn funny.
That is pretty
and an amazing friend and tackle. Always got his back, even though he's on the Jets now. Like that's his boy right there. So Kimmel got mad and tweeted, excuse my language, "Dear asshole," and this is towards Rodgers, "Dear asshole, for the record, I've not met with, flown with, visited, or had any contact whatsoever with Epstein. Nor will you find my name on any list other than the clearly phony nonsense that soft-brained wackos like yourself can't seem to distinguish from reality. Your reckless words put my family in danger. Keep it up and we will debate the facts further in court at Aaron Rodgers 12. I mean, come on. You picked a fight, you got your butt kicked, and then I'll go to court, I'll sue you.
Yeah, that's pretty childish. Like, I'm gonna go home.
Well, that's how Kimmel handles people, because he's got some money and he's got some clout, and I bet he threatens a lot of people with lawsuits when he takes his ball and goes home. But Rodgers is on the McAfee show. Rodgers has he has a platform too,
And he's got the money to be like, bring it on.
Yeah. And listen, there was a time where people were really horrible to other people for just saying, I don't know about the vaccine.
Yeah.
I don't know if I want to get it. And we were promised that it would work. It was the miracle cure. And I think it has worked for some people, and I think it hasn't worked for other people. So this narrative that like you have to get it or you're a bad person, that was kind of hard on some people, and he was one of them. He said, I took other stuff. Why, I feel like I'm safe. you know. But it was just like you have to fall in line. Your rights have to be stripped away from you, or else people like Jimmy Kimmel are going to get on their pulpit and say, attack that man. Now he's saying, your words put my family in danger. Who's coming after him?
Nobody.
But people probably came after Rogers pretty hard and heavy.
I mean, they both probably got some DMs, but come on.
Yeah.
Nobody takes those serious.
But like people were saying in 2021, if you didn't do this and you were around people, you were a killer.
They did, which is pretty harsh.
So this is a very interesting fight. Clearly, I think we're both on Rogers' side, even though.
Consider this though, like, disclaimer, fuck Jimmy Kimmel.
Yeah, yeah.
He had a TV show where he used to drink beer and put women on trampolines to end every show.
Right.
And then he wants to try to get on his high horse now? Like, get out of here.
He's so heavy-handed with this stuff. He is so heavy-handed. And his wife is like his head writer, and she's like a radical leftist. Like, we don't like to get into politics here, really. But this is like you got to be fair.
Yeah.
You know, if you come after somebody and they hit you back hard, you know, that's the rules of playing the game.
That's kind of the rules. You take the fight, you have a beer afterwards.
Yeah, exactly. So Rogers is not backing down. Kimmel's a bully, and he picked on the wrong guy, man.
Yeah.
And he's picking on Joe Rogan now, and like Rogan and Dana White and all these guys are not going to back down to Stephen Colbert and Jimmy Kimmel. This is going to get
They
ugly.
don't care about those guys at all.
And I love every second of
They're
this.
all rich. They don't care. They don't need the fans. If Kimmel's fans stop listening to any of them, they don't care.
Yeah. You know, he used to host like award shows and stuff. He was funny.
Mm-hmm.
He was lighthearted. Seemed like a good dude, and just took a turn, man. The politics like killed his act.
He is sharp, but he just went too serious.
Yeah, but you're right. But when you have girls jumping on trampolines and all the bits they did that were very, you know, they were a little rough, and they're comedy bits, and totally stick up for that. But you don't get to come back and just say, point your finger at everybody and go like, well, this is problematic now. And it's like, you're very problematic. So I can't wait. This is the best reality TV.
I love it.
I'll start watching McAfee. I will not watch Kimmel, but I will look for the articles later.
There we go.
Well, that was fun, Sammy. Episode 37 in the books. Keep following us on X at Points Take a Pot, Instagram at Points Take a Pot. We'll put some reels out there, get some pics. I will try to get my voice back after yelling at the screen at the Alabama-Michigan game. That is what this is from. Yep. Thanks for watching, and we will see you again on Tuesday. Later.